Rulers of the Places. In Book 2 of the anthology, Valence outlines an important interpretive principle in connection with the rulers of the 12 places. If anyone researches thoroughly the places and the rulers, he will determine quite easily the area in which the nativity is fortunate and the area in which it is unfortunate. Whenever any star that has a relationship with the nativity, in example, one that controls livelihood, life, injury, disease, occupation, or any other areas of concern, is afflicted in one respect, in that respect it will harm the nativity. Each of the planets becomes the ruler or lord of the place that coincides with the sign of the zodiac that it rules as domicile lord. For example, if Gemini coincides with the 5th place in a chart, then Mercury becomes the ruler of the 5th place. Already we have seen how this works with the domicile lord of the hour marker, which is the 1st place, but in this chapter we will focus on how the concept of rulership can be extended to the rest of the 12 places as well. Here are some interpretations of what each planet would signify as the source of the loss of livelihood depending on the ruler of the 2nd place. Venus, losses for the sake of women or through the agency of women. Mercury, for the sake of learning or calculations or inheritances or separations. Jupiter, he will have his loss from magnets or public affairs. Mars, from military affairs or such like persons, or from war or burning or a fight, or from robbery or from highway robbers. Saturn, say that the loss is from old people or slaves of freed men for the sake of land or inheritance, or from tombs or the affairs of the dead, or from worthless persons. Sun, it will make the loss to be from the father or from paternal relatives or elders, or on account of loans or some monies or business affairs. Moon, on account of the mother or the maternal kindred or the stepmother or such like persons. The general interpretive principle here is that when a malefic is located in the 2nd place or configured to the 2nd by square or opposition, that it will indicate problems with respect to the native's finances and livelihood. The source of the loss of livelihood will thus be signified by the planet that rules the 2nd place. The ruler of the 3rd place. In Rhetorius, the ruler of the 3rd is generally associated with friends, travel, foreign places, and siblings. Here are some of the delineations that Rhetorius gives for the ruler of the 3rd place and related placements. Ruler of the 6th or 12th place in the 3rd place. Hypocrisies and betrayals by friends and damages by enemies, or injury and sickness while traveling in a foreign country. Ruler of the 3rd in the 2nd or 6th place. Assaults by bandits on the road. Ruler of the 5th or 11th in the 3rd place. Good and profitable sojourns abroad and friendships. Ruler of the 7th in 3rd place. Foreign marriages. Ruler of 3rd in a fertile zodiacal sign and configured to a benefic, many siblings. Ruler of the 3rd in the 2nd or 11th or 9th or 10th place. Younger and elder brothers. Ruler of the 3rd in the 1st. The native is firstborn or an only child. Ruler of the 3rd in the 12th. The brothers and friends of the native become enemies. Ruler of the 3rd in the 6th place. The native is mistreated by his friends or brothers, or the brothers are injured. Now we go to the ruler of the 4th place. Rhetorius only has one delineation for the ruler of the fourth place, and it deals with matters surrounding the native's death. If the domicile lord of the fourth is opposing this place or is in the sixth, eighth, or the 12th, the native will die abroad. Ruler of the fourth in ninth. The ruler of the fourth can also typify the home and living situation. For example, a native who was born with a night chart, Virgo rising and Sagittarius on the fourth place. Jupiter is the ruler of the fourth, and it is located in Taurus, which is the ninth place. With the ruler of the fourth in the ninth, the native grew up with a strong desire to live in a foreign country. When this placement became activated after the native became an adult, they permanently moved to a foreign country. This particular placement was also emphasized by the ruler of the ninth being in the fourth. That is, the rulers of ninth and fourth were exchanging signs, an arrangement that accentuates the connection between the two places. The ruler of the fifth place. The ruler of the fifth is often described as being associated with the circumstances surrounding the native's children or the topic of children in general. Rhetorius has the following delineations for the ruler of the fifth place. Ruler of the 12th in the fifth place, or ruler of the fifth in 12th, the native will be a stepfather or foster father of the children of others. Ruler of the fifth, or ruler of the lot of children in the eighth, childless persons or the death of children. Ruler of the place of marriage or lot of marriage in fifth, it makes happily married men and one who takes a widow having a son. A native who was born with Taurus rising and Virgo on the fifth place, Venus, ruler of the ascendant, is in Virgo, and Mercury, ruler of the fifth, is in Sagittarius, eighth place, with the ruler of the fifth in the eighth. The native had 3 children. 2 died prematurely, one in infancy, and the other at the age of 20. The native's husband was born with Cancer rising and Scorpio on the fifth place. The ruler of the fifth was Mars, located in Aquarius in the eighth place. Thus, there were indications in both parents' charts for the death of children. The ruler of the sixth place. Rhetorius gives a few different delineations for poorly placed planets ruling the sixth place, resulting in different types of illnesses or injuries. Jupiter ruling the sixth place, maltreated and badly placed in sixth or 12th, liver complaints, impairments from wine. Venus ruling the sixth place, those who are mad for women and suffer bad things as a result of it. Mercury ruling the sixth place, injuries to the hearing, speech, or throat. Here are a few general delineations of the ruler of the sixth place. Ruler of the fourth in the sixth, or the ruler of eighth or ninth in sixth. It makes wanderers and those who die abroad. Ruler of the seventh in the sixth, the native has intercourse with slave girls, cripples, or wretched women. Ruler of the third in the sixth, the native is mistreated by his friends or brothers, or the brothers are injured. In contemporary charts, the sixth place and its ruler are often useful for studying matters pertaining to physical injury and illness. The ruler of the seventh place. Rhetorius gives the following delineations for the ruler of the seventh place, which often involve marriage, the spouse, or sexual intercourse. Ruler of the seventh in the 12th, or ruler of 12th in 7th, bad fortune with marriage or marriage to a slave. Ruler of the 7th, configured to the ruler of 8th. Widowers or divorced persons, once if in a solid sign, twice in a bicorporeal sign, but many times in a tropical sign. Ruler of the 7th, in the 10th, and ruler of the 12th, in 4th, those who marry slaves or those who purchase their own wives. Ruler of the 7th, in the 9th, a foreign or religious wife. Ruler of the 7th, under the beams or in the 4th, or afflicted by malefics, intercourse with prostitutes or slave girls. In modern nativities, the ruler of the 7th is useful for studying matters pertaining to relationships and marriage in general, and sometimes the placement of the ruler can come to define important events that will take place at some point within the context of the native's love life. The ruler of the 8th place. Rhetori's delineations of the 8th place are usually focused on issues surrounding death and inheritance. Ruler of 8th place in a decline means the native dies abroad. Ruler of the 4th place in the 8th place means also native dies abroad. Ruler of the 8th place in the 10th, 11th, or 5th place means native grows rich from matters having to do with the dead, especially when its own domicile or exaltation not under the beams and moving swiftly. But if it is under the beams, it makes an inheritance, but the native immediately squanders it. Ruler of the 3rd place in 8th place means siblings die before the native. Ruler of the 5th place in the 8th place means childlessness. Ruler of the 12th or 6th place in 8th place means the deaths of enemies and slaves. The ruler of the 9th place. Rhetorius' delineations of the 9th place generally involve foreign travel, foreigners, and religious matters. Ruler of the 8th place in the 9th place means death abroad. Ruler of the 9th, well situated and not under the beams in its own sign or exaltation, means good fortune abroad. Ruler of the 9th in the 6th, or 2nd, or 3rd, or 12th, or 8th, means those who wander about abroad. Ruler of the 7th place in the 9th place means a foreign or pious spouse. The ruler of the 10th place. Ruler of the 7th place in the 10th place means good marriages. Ruler of the 8th place in the 10th place means increases through inheritances. Ruler of the 9th place in the 10th place means good fortune abroad. The ruler of the 11th place. Every ruler in the 11th signifies good things, unless it is afflicted or poorly situated in some way, in which case the positive indications are weakened. Ruler of the 11th in the 1st and ruler of 12th in the 7th means it makes the native's life easy or smooth in his youth, but then more moderate circumstances in old age. Ruler of 11th in 7th and ruler of 12th in 1st means moderate circumstances in youth and then smoother ones in old age. The ruler of the 12th place. One of the ideas that some of the delineations of the ruler of the 12th seem to share in common is the idea of importing misfortune or loss into the place that the ruler is located in. Rhetorius has a number of delineations for the 12th. Ruler of the 3rd place in the 12th place means brothers and friends of the native become enemies. Ruler of the 4th place in the 12th place means death abroad. Rulers of the 12th place and the 5th exchange signs means the native becomes the father of the children of others. Ruler of the 7th in the 12th place means bad marriages, marriages with slaves, loss, or damage as a result of marriage. Ruler of the 8th in the 12th place means damage from matters related to death. For example, inheritances, legacies, or death in a foreign land. Ruler of 9th in 12th means wandering in a foreign land, probably in a negative sense, maybe wandering aimlessly or being led astray. Ruler of the 9th in the 12th with Saturn present in the 12th means shipwrecks or dangers in the sea unless mitigated by benefics. Ruler of the 9th in the 12th with Mars present in 12th means the native is attacked by soldiers or robbers, alternatively pirates, thieves, while abroad or traveling. Ruler of the 12th place in the 1st place means the native will have a wearisome or toilsome youth. Ruler of the 12th in the 7th place means the native will suffer hardships in old age. Saturn or Mars as a ruler of the 12th, while located in the 1st place, means the native is eaten by dogs or wild beasts, or is fond of hunting. Ruler of the 12th place with the Sun means the father is worthless, or the inheritance from the father is destroyed. Ruler of the 12th place with the Moon means same as for the Sun except applied to the mother. That's all for today. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.